Well, I did some more travel in that time, several times to Vilnius. Well, okay, and then yeah, 94, and kept coming back. Then um, I did some travel around the United States too. Of course, I've been to Canada and Mexico. I do a lot of travel. I love it. But in 2004, what happened, all my past experiences came together with the fact that the person I was sharing my flat with in San Diego, one way I made money was I sold books online. So I would always bring boxes of books home, never knowing if I had some. Sometimes I knew, but sometimes I didn't. I just brought whatever. One of the books was by this author named Harry Kimmelman, who was popular back in the 60s and 70s. He wrote books called the Rabbi Small series. Sunday the Rabbi, Friday the Rabbi, Thursday. When he ran out of those, One Day and Someday. And they're not so well known anymore, but I brought just one home. It's a fluffy little mystery, whodunit. The rabbi solves the crimes. And I haven't even read it. I still haven't. Any of his books. I will. Yes, he's dead, but I promise I'll get around to reading them. My roommate picked up the book, became interested in Jewish culture, decided to go down to Tijuana, which was a short drive anyway, to interview a rabbi there and talk to him and his congregants, and and the article that she wrote ended up in the Jerusalem Post. And at that time, it was like a light went on over my head. Okay, I love libraries, I love Lithuania, and I'm fascinated by Jewish culture, so I'm going to put them together in the Vilnius Jewish Library. So it was really, I did this before, it was like a cartoon, and it was like, oh, there's that light. It really does exist. And so that was really the catalyst, was in like summer 2004, that I'm going to put them all together and just start a library, which, yeah, considering my background, small southern town upbringing, my folks are not Jewish, I have no Lithuanian ancestry. Yeah, I don't know. I put out feelers to people, see if they thought it would be an interesting idea. They said yes, it was a good idea, they liked it. I had a few naysayers, of course. There's some people saying, look what Lithuania did to the Jews. Doing anything for them would be like betrayal. But then most of the people were going like, yeah, maybe it's time to do something. And but basically for the first 3 years, maybe a little longer, I had about 3.5 years, I had no supporters other than people tell me, attaboy Wyman, pats on the back, and you're a great guy. I had all kinds of things. You're a mensch, you're a hero, you're even a righteous Gentile, which is, anyway, I heard all that stuff. But there was no support, no donations coming in, no help, no assistance, until finally, in November of 2007, the Forverts sent a reporter down from their Los Angeles office to interview me. And an article appeared while I was over in Europe. I was getting ready to leave just a couple of days after the interview. In fact, she only barely caught me because I'd already booked my ticket, I couldn't change it. But she caught me in San Diego, came to the flat, interviewed me, and then suddenly everybody's like, oh, yes, can we be your friend? I understand how it works, it's not bad. It's the power of the press, And because before that, I had written 36 letters. I bought really nice stationery, nice envelopes, all that stuff. And I wrote to all the Jewish organizations in the area. There were 36, I remember this. And how many responses did I get? 0. Not one, nothing. I even sent out emails to all 36 places. I thought somebody would respond. Nothing. This was before the Forward. And then the Forward appeared, then the San Diego Jewish Journal did a story, and then I came over here and went to the Jewish community, asked what we could do about it. I went to the Vilnius Jewish State Museum. They said, yeah, let's work together. And at that time, when I came here, I think it was like in April of 2008, around then, I stayed a few months. I was traveling through. Oh yeah, that was another story. Yeah. Was it that trip? No, it was in subsequent. Anyway, I got to Vilnius and I approached the community, asked them what they thought of the idea. They liked it, specifically the Jewish State Museum, I should specify. They said, yeah, we can work together. So I went back to San Diego, pick up some more books, of course. That's what I do. And shipped everything over. There was like 4,500 items at that time. Got them all boxed up, paid for them to get all shipped over to Vilnius. That was like $5,000 just for that, maybe a bit more, out of my own pocket. And of course, I bought all the books too from my own funds. So the books came over, and I knew I had some. Yes, on the second trip, I knew I had some time before the books arrived because they went by ship. There was no way I could afford air. So I flew over. I stopped in London first, as if I didn't have enough to carry already with me. I bought some books in London, believe it or not. Then I stopped in Budapest. What did I do? I bought some more books. Then things got really serious when I got to Krakow and Poland. I went to Kazimierz in the old Jewish quarter and I bought more books. By the time I got to Vilnius, my bag was pretty loaded down and I had another bag and I went, oh, you know. So I've got all these books with me in addition to the ones that are coming over by ship. And I remember when those, and the entire time I left San Diego December 8th, I arrived in London December 9th. That entire time, for the next 19 months, maybe a little longer, maybe 20 months, I slept in a hostel every night, wherever I was, every night, without fail, without break. Not easy. You have no privacy, you have no real space of your own, but to get the library open, it was worth it.